Y'all are.
All right, are we ready?
Yep.
Everybody ready?
Yep.
Phones off. Phones on. Yeah.
Is this out of the way?
No, you're good. Is that good?
So off camera, everyone here is talking about their different moments of interaction with you. I saw you on a plane literally the other day. I'm wondering, for you, do you ever have those interactions with someone famous or someone that you just respect or admire?
Yeah.
And how did it go?
It's Shaq. So I've met Shaq maybe 5 or 6 times, different times, and I grew up a huge Shaq fan. So anytime, I'm around him, I get all weird and funny, and I can't never really get out what I want to say. So every time I see him, I just ask him to take a picture, and I'm always cracking up laughing because I can't even get out everything that I'm trying to convey to him. He's such a big hero of mine. So yeah, I mean I understand it because every time I see Shaq, it's I turn into a 12-year-old again.
What is it about Shaq? Because I grew up in New Jersey, so Shaq, he's in so many different places. It means so much to so many different people. But for me, growing up in Jersey, he's the dude from Newark.
Mm-hmm. For me, I mean, he was a big guy, and I've always been a big heavy-set guy. So I've always Heavy D, Biggie was all, you know what I'm saying? So just bigger guys were always, my guy to see it. So to see a 300-pound guy running up and down the court dominating the NBA, I was just in awe of him. And how funny he was off the court, the Superman, everything. I just wanted to be just like him. So, he like I said, he was just always my guy just because he was, that big, had that big stature, and it made me feel comfortable in my own body.
Yeah. You talk about personality and off the court. I mean, I feel like there's another chapter. I feel like your career is split into 2 parts. And then now in this chapter post-baseball, you found this other lane, whether it's the podcast or even I saw you on The Shop. Mm-hmm. It feels like you're finding this lane as sort of this, as this host. What have you learned and who are you picking up tips from?
Actually, the podcast, I'm picking up tips from Ryan. Being around him a lot and just kind of watching how he does things and, how he can, interject with questions at different times. We are, we're complete opposite, but we have so much in common. And I think that's what makes the pod fun and it makes it easy. So I'm always trying to find those interviews where it's somebody completely different to me, but I have that, few things in common that we can always just bond over. So, I mean, it's been a lot of fun to pick up this side of, I guess, my career. I started with ESPN last year, so that kind of helped me figure out what I wanted to do, and it's been fun.
Do you want to keep playing it close to sports, or you see yourself doing something totally different in another field?
No, I mean, it could be anything. I mean, I'm a huge fan of sports, all sports. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I go to a lot of NBA games. I'm a huge Raider fan. But yeah, I mean, I'm a big movie guy. I love music. So I mean, anything that I can really speak on and have interest in, I would love to do.
Do you still get that sort of I think about sometimes people have phantom sensations, right? So sometimes you might think your phone's in your pocket, right, and it's not. Do you ever get that feeling almost like you're getting ready to pitch? Do you ever have that feeling of you wake up and you think you're about to go play a game?
Nah, you know why?
He said, nah.
Nah, I don't. And I think only because, and I thought that I would be missing it now. I'm going down to Tampa tomorrow and I'm going to see the guys and everything. I thought I would be missing it, but I'm not, just because I think I played for so long and I feel like I got everything I could get out of the game, and the game don't owe me nothing. I mean, it was a mutual love and respect, and it just ended at the right time. So I'm good with, sitting on the side. I went to a game in Arizona and had the best time. Hadn't been to a game as a fan in 20 years and loved it. So it's I always talk about on my podcast how boring baseball is. I'm not gonna watch it when I'm done. I'm gonna be at every game. I'm gonna be at every game at Legends, getting fat, eating food. I mean, I really enjoy it.
When you're watching the game, I have this thing sometimes. I didn't realize it. I was watching an interview happen live, and I don't play a sport, and I'm like, oh, this is my sport because I'm watching it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I wish he'd ask this. I wish he'd go there. Do you do that playing baseball? And I guess now probably with podcasting and interviews and everything. Do you?
Yeah. I mean, for sure with baseball, I went to go watch John Lester pitch, and I'm like, I wanted to scream at him throw fastball in. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to give him tips, but it was, it's fun to kind of have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And still be a fan of it. With the podcast, I'm still learning, and with the TV stuff, I'm still learning. So I'm still trying to find my groove, when to kind of get in there and ask questions. And I did Good Morning Football for a week, and those guys were awesome and helped me, kind of help me along and help me with my kind of interviewing process, because it's hard for me to get in there and really ask questions sometimes.
It's weird sometimes. Sometimes you think, or the question sounds good in your head, and then you say it, and you're like, probably shouldn't have done that. Well, now that we're here at MSG, we try to ask everyone that sits Celebrity Row, what are some Celebrity Row do's and what's a Celebrity Row don't? And I feel like it's interesting for you because you played a sport. There isn't a Celebrity Row really in baseball, but you know what it's like to be on the court, but now you're a fan. So sitting in that seat courtside, what's a do and what's a do not?
I think a do is definitely to root for the team that you dare to see. You know what I'm saying? That's always a big do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, a don't is always not to eat on the sideline.
Don't?
Nah, not for me. Just because somebody's gonna take a picture of me, that's gonna be a meme.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's different for you. All right. I didn't think about that factor because you see people sometimes and they're sitting there and they're trying to do the thing where they get their knees up.
Nah, see, that'd be a meme
nachos.
for me right there if I'm stuffing my face courtside. So I always try to eat before and then make sure I don't eat during the game.
Is courtside, is that a dangerous seat to sit in?
Nah, not for me. I love being courtside. I love just like being in the action, hearing, you know, the trash talk and everything, and really being, got to be ready for the ball at any time. So
Yeah.
it kind of keeps you in it. I like that.
And then finally, favorite thing about MSG, I feel like it's different from you all. Like, you're going to sit there today and they're going to call your name and the crowd's going to go up. Do you feel that energy, is it somewhere that you feel like is unique and different than other places? Or is it like, doesn't really compare to like Yankee Stadium sitting on the mound?
I think growing up an 80s baby, I mean, this is the mecca of basketball. I mean, obviously I didn't get a chance to even come in here until I got to be a Yankee. So all those years of just watching so many games at MSG and hear about MSG, this is the place that, you want to come hang out, and it's always got great energy, whether it's a Rangers game, a Knicks game, you go to a concert, anything is always just fun to come to the Garden.
Coming in here as a Yankee is sort of a cheat code, though.
Being a Yankee is kind of a cheat code.
That's a fact. CC, that's it, man. Make it light. Thank you.
Okay.